Hello, Nasdaq followers, and welcome back to another episode of Trade Talks. I'm your host, Lyanne Alfaro, filling in for Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter. Joining me today is Dan Corcoran, who's CEO of Volos, a fintech company with an online marketplace for strategies. He's here to tell us a little bit more about it and about the vision for the future. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, Lyanne.
So could you kick it off and start telling us a little bit more about your platform?
Sure thing. So we're a software company. We have a platform for investors to design and manage systematic trading strategies. We have a particular focus on options strategies. So on the platform, any investor can browse thousands of different systematic strategies. They can very quickly see what the strategies hold, their positions, their performance, any sort of analysis. And the novelty is that they can very quickly directly invest in the strategy, essentially as an index. So every strategy that's on our platform is an index. And we give investors the power to build their own strategies, really put the power of analytics and options to be able to customize their return streams for both active and passive strategies.
Talk to us a little bit about the rise of ETFs and this changing landscape, how that kind of has perhaps made way for Volos to participate in this marketplace and help investors invest.
So yeah, as I mentioned, we focus on options strategies, and the rise of ETFs over the past 10 years has been really great for options because it really allows any investor to express a view or structure their portfolio around any asset class or sector or country. For example, an investor may want to sell the upside returns of their portfolio above 5% over the course of the next year in exchange for protecting their downside on any return less than 5%. So these are the trade-offs that one can make with options, and as ETFs have become much more popular and liquid, investors using options systematically to structure their portfolios has really been something that has become increasingly popular as well. And our strategies and platform really can illustrate to investors.
And walk us through that process. So investors on the platform, how do you help them find these strategies?
So investors can either pick from a pre-built menu of the strategies that are really out of the box and those indexes and strategies that are out of the box, or they can build your own. An investor may say, I want to have exposure to a global balanced portfolio of ETFs, but I want to pay 2% premium every year in order to protect my downside. And they might want to go and buy protective puts. What we would do is, through our platform, they could easily find that strategy, click in, see all the puts that index has, and size it to get the positions that they should put on in order to replicate that strategy in their own portfolios.
And looking forward, what opportunities do you see Volos has to help investors, and what does the future of investing look like?
Generally, we think that investors are going to switch from allocating to funds, from funds to what's called direct indexing. So as mentioned, our platform has thousands of strategies, option strategies, long only, long short, and being able to have a high level of customization and transparency and lower cost is all really possible with indexes, and the ability to directly invest in strategies as easily as it is to buy a stock. To say, I want that systematic strategy, I can just allocate to it very directly, is kind of a fundamental difference from investing in a traditional mutual fund. And so that's really where we see everything going is more customization, more transparency, more systematic, and that's what we're excited about bringing to the market.
Well, we're excited to see it, and I'm sure investors will benefit greatly from it. So thank you so much for joining us, Dan, telling us a little bit more about Volos, and we'll definitely be sure to keep an eye out.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Nasdaq followers, please stay tuned for more coverage coming to you right here from the Trade Talks channel. Until then, we're signing off.